What's up? This is the Objective Jerk, and I'm said Jerk. How is you doing? I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Still working on the audio because it's like the video and the podcast just are, I don't know, like the video has no problem, but my podcast is like, I don't know. Sometimes to me it sounds like it's just too loud and people are probably like, this guy sucks. But I'm still going to do it. But yeah, I'm beat, man. I went riding 2 days in a row. First day was by myself, and I was trying to do it as fast as I could. I think that's what really kind of, because I pushed myself going up the incline and everything. And then I rode yesterday with my sister's uncle, who I ride with a lot. And then afterward, I, what you want to call it? I worked on a project in the house with some wood, building some stuff and whatever. And so I did that most of the day. So after all that, I'm just, I'm 46 now. Going to be 47. And just get tired. It's like, plus I'm not in the best shape. I'm not in bad shape, but I'm not in good shape either. I need to get in good shape. That's why I'm trying to ride as much as I can. But yeah, so I'm just like, I'm just feeling, I almost feel like I'm sick. I know I'm not, but that's how I feel. My body's just like, oh, you need to rest, you retard. So I'm trying to like take it easy, but then it's like, there's a couple little things that need to be done. So I'm like, I don't know. I might just try and watch a movie after this. Chill a little bit longer. Watch a movie in my, just on my phone. On my bed. And then maybe get some stuff done later. I don't know. Whoa. Now all of a sudden I hear myself like a weird echo. What the crap? Dude, I don't know what is going on. Anyway. Dude, see, that's bugging me. It sounded just fine. I could hear myself talk. Let me try something. All right, yeah, so sometimes I got to unplug the audio jack and plug it back in. But it looks like when I did that, it stopped the recording process on my podcast. So for those that are the, special listeners that only watch the videos, they'll get the whole thing. But, yeah, I just, thankfully, I looked at the recording, the GarageBand, and it knows that it stopped recording. So, it was sounding like crap. I unplugged the audio, plug it back in, because it fixes it for some reason, and then it stopped the recording. So, learn something new. All right. Anyway, I'm old, tired, and I'm chilling. At least I'm trying. But, so last night I did watch a new documentary on Netflix, and I said it before. I'm really kind of cautious when watching documentaries on Netflix because they're always trying to push that stupid agenda, right? It's annoying. But this one's about the twister that hit Joplin, Missouri. 10 years ago, 2012 or 11 or something like that. And I was like, they can make it, agenda driven, but maybe not. So I started watching it and, got into it. It's a film, not a series. And so it felt like, okay. There's a guy who was gay and religious and stuff like that. But, it's not a big deal. Anyway, so I started watching it. So then other than that, it seemed to be a straightforward documentary on the tornado that hit Joplin and some of the people that were affected by it, right? And so it wasn't bad. It was pretty interesting. One guy got jacked up. The scary mold, or the fungus that the tornado injects you with because of the wind and whatever. I don't know how they get breathing it in, because the tornado's just picking up. It's almost like, because there's like mold in like in your house or whatever. So it's like if you go up and start disturbing all the mold and breathe it in, it's not good for you. Same kind of concept, but I don't know if it's breathing. I don't know if I missed that, but like one of the one of the guys that they were following, he got pulled out of his car and was like thrown in the air in the tornado and then landed on the ground. And he got jacked up, obviously, like injured and stuff like that. But I guess the thing that really messed him up was this weird fungus that was just eating away at him. And they had to like take out so much of like his chest and stuff to cut it out, because it's like gangrene sort of kind of thing or something. I guess that happens a lot in tornadoes and stuff, and that was one of them. And Missouri's a humid environment and stuff, so I think it was Missouri, Joplin, Missouri. Yeah. Did my basic training in Missouri. It got really freaking hot and it got really freaking cold. Anyway. But yeah, so I was enjoying it. And then all the way up to the very end, you know how all documentaries have to have little quotes and little messages and little like updates and whatever. And it said, it's dedicated to the 161 lives lost, blah, 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 right? Then right after that, it said, quote, rising global temperatures are causing more frequent extreme weather events, increasing the risk of catastrophic impacts on communities, end quote. And I was just like, oh. And I turned it off and I was like, they did it. They ruined it. Right at the end. They ruined it. I don't know, it's just annoying. Just why they got to make everything. There's some stupid liberal weirdo at Netflix that was like, dude, we got to, that probably wanted to have a bunch of crap throughout the film. They're like, no, we're just doing a straight up documentary. Well, at least at the end, we should say blah, blah. I don't know, something. It's like, God. And again, okay, do we help the environment? No. Us being here? No. We are a cancer to the planet Earth, okay? But we're here, right? We don't do it no favors. But the thing is if we were not here, the Earth would still go through the changes that it's doing. Because look at all the changes that happened before we were here, right? So, crazy weather has been happening since they've been recording it, There's been massive tornadoes, like huge tornadoes ripping apart towns like 100 years ago, Crazy, like frozen. You see like I don't know if it was in Maine or something, but like a frozen, just covered ice. What do you call them? What are the on the shores, light tower, right? Just covered in ice and stuff that people are still trying to figure out and all this kind of stuff. Weird, crazy weather, storms and events and all that kind of crap has been happening forever. And they're going to continue to happen whether we're here or not. Whether we pay more taxes to stop climate change. It's just annoying. Yes, climate change. I just heard my door. It sound like my son come back. Climate change is real and it happens. But it's not because of us, okay? Do we aid it a little bit? Yeah, okay. But why don't you worry about the countries that affect the environment and populate the environment more, which is not the U.S., India, China. Look at them. Okay, shut up. Anyway, it's just kind of, I don't know. It gets invigorating sometimes, man. Invigorating? Infuriating. But yeah, who knows? I was talking to my family this morning as they were getting ready to go, because my wife's got her what do you call it? Her chef school, but what do you call it? Anyway, she's going to school to be a chef, right? Or just to get, she's already a good cook. She knows how to cook and do stuff. She just kind of wanted the certification, basically. and then the kids go to school, right? And as we're kind of getting ready, what was it that somebody said something about something Mexican, and then my son was like, "Oh, that's racist," joking. And then I was like, "Oh," and I tried to do my best Hispanic accent, which I can't do, and I'm like, "Taco this and this," doing like stereotype kind of stuff. He's like, "Dude, that's racist," and I was like, "No, that's hilaristic." Wait, what did I say? Hilaristic. So it's racist and hilarious at the same time. So it's a new word. Hilaristic. When it's funny, when it's racist, but it's funny. Well, you can't do that. Yeah, you can. Anything can be funny. If Shane Gillis can make jokes about 9/11 and it's funny, actually, then you can make jokes about race. And then what was that? I saw a clip of moving. I'm not very good at doing, what do you call it? What are those things that you ride on? 2 wheels? It's not a very good, what's it called? Segway. I'm not very good at doing segways. But Segway, liberals are crazy and Hollywood's crazy, right? Case in point. Alec Baldwin. Nut job, right? Always has been. He was I don't know, he was at some kind of red carpet thing or something with his wife, right? And she's talking, and then he's kind of talking, but he's like, being like the little, all right, yeah, just being the just supporting and stuff like that. But then his wife's like, hey, when I'm talking, you're not talking, okay? When I'm talking, you're not talking. Like, seriously. And then Alec Baldwin just kind of looks at the camera like this for a minute, like he's like, save me from this hell. She just seems like a fucking cunt right there. What is with liberal women, man? They're just straight up evil, and they can't hide it anymore. You know what I mean? They used to get away with, oh, look at me, I'm famous, or I do this, and and it was all just like fake. Everything's fake, and it's all coming out now, and all these people are just turning out to be the most disgusting people. And that's another reason why Hollywood is failing, because people are like, God, these people are gross. I don't want to watch them. I don't want to support them. I'm done, And it's like, I don't know if it's like the liberal women are the problem, feminist liberal women, and then their husbands become liberal whatever because they're cucked and pussy whipped. I don't know. I don't get it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks again for listening to The Objective Jerk. I greatly appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe, comment on wherever you're finding this, and you can also email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. So hope you're enjoying it, and please continue on with the episode. I know somebody, not going to go into too many details, but I know somebody who was more right, maybe center right, but then married his wife, and she's left. And eventually he had to sell his guns. And she made sure that he voted for Hillary during the election, and Biden probably too. And it's just like, what? Oh man, I don't know. But I'm like, I don't know how. No, you know what? Even if my wife was like a staunch, TDS hating Trump, whatever, I still would vote for him. You know what I mean? But would we still be married though? Think about that. Would it still work? Could it drive politics like that drive a wedge in a marriage. I mean, I'm sure it has. It does for friends and some family and stuff. And I'm sure like weak marriages for sure, or young, fresh marriages, you know, or I don't know. Like, what if, honestly, if she was kind of liberal like that, I don't think it would have. I would have. I don't know. Not that I was like, you know, I wasn't political when we met though, but I still had political, or I still had like, you know, conservative kind of values. I even had them when I didn't even realize I did, you know. So yeah, I don't think it would have worked because I'm not sure I told the story. I think I did, but the first time I went to Iraq, you know, this is back, you know, we had disposable cameras, right? So you spied disposable cameras at the PX at the Baghdad airport when it was ran by us. And a lot of people did, you know, and I would take some pictures of, you know, things going on, things I did, my daily whatever, this and that. I was just sitting there thinking, though, how did I get them developed? Did I keep them all? I can't remember if I kept them all and developed them once we got home, or if we were able to develop them there. I can't remember. I think we held on to them, took the pictures, put them away, and then with the plan of developing them when we got home. I can't remember. But I took a picture because we, as an MP, I worked at the, you know, the police stations for Iraqi in Baghdad and stuff, and we had a cell that had, you know, I don't know, half a dozen prisoners in the cell, right? It was like one cell and they were all in there. And I was taking pictures of some stuff, and then I went to take a picture of them, and they're all smiling. So I was like, all right, I'll take a picture then. All right, so then I took a picture, right? And when I came home after the war, and I'd gotten them developed again, I don't remember how exactly, but I remember showing friends and family the pictures. And then I had one friend who was like a love interest. I don't know, I think it was we were actually kind of toying with it a little bit. We were like flirty and stuff like that. And, you know, I used to like her like in high school and stuff like that. And anyway, she was like kind of upset that I took that picture. She was like, that's kind of messed up that you took the picture. And I was like, well, they wanted me to, you know, they were all for it. I wasn't trying to like, you know, but she was, you know, she was kind of bothered by it, you know, and I just thought it was kind of silly. And, you know, she was looking back now, she was, you know, very liberal. And I think like because I think we were kind of talking long distance, and like I was wanting to give it a try, making something happen, but she wasn't, maybe because she, you know, she was like, you know, the same thing. She just felt like, we don't have quite the connection, maybe, you know? But so anyway, I ended up meeting my wife. And so I was like, well, you know, meet my wife. I started dating my wife, and I liked her. And then so I, you know, not forgot, she was my friend, but, you know, I gave up on the whole prospect of us getting together or whatever. But I think though, what if she had been like, yeah, let's do something, let's whatever, I'll move there while you're in the army or something. And then I would have never met my wife. And I bet you we still, and if she ended up passing away, sadly though. But I wonder I also wonder sometimes if that had went that route, like if we had gotten married while I was in the army, when you have all the medical and the benefits, she would have went to the hospital more. She might have found the issue she ended up dying from, which I'm not going to go into details or anything like that. But I sometimes wonder about that. But it's kind of crazy to think that you know, there was that small little moment in time that if she would have been like, yes, let's try it, I wouldn't have my wife of almost 20 years and my kids, you know, because I don't think it would have, and we would have been divorced probably over time, especially like maybe by 2016, you know, when Trump was running and this and that, she would have been like, you need to vote for Hillary. What? Hell no. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But I don't know. Life is crazy. And life goes by fast, that's for sure. I went from being, you know, mid-20s with my whole life in front of me to mid-40s in a blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. It's crazy. I remember being a kid and seeing all my moms. I don't know, I feel like I talk about the same shit over and over again. I probably do. Let me know. But I remember being a kid and my mom and her friends and everybody, like, you know, all the adults in my life were all turning 40. Over the hill. They were getting the over the hill birthday parties with black balloons and all that kind of stuff. And just thinking like, man, they're so old. And here I am getting close to 50. It's crazy. It is crazy. 20 years, man. 20 years went by fast. Well, that's about me. Or actually, no, this is a little longer than my podcast. I'm looking at my video right now. Oh, I still got a few more minutes. Dang, I was about to end it. I got to get to 23, dog. Shoot. Crap. I don't know what to talk about now. No, that's kind of it. I was watching the time for the video, but I start recording the video way before I even get things kind of going with the podcast, so it's a little behind. But that's why this is such a great podcast, right? Because it's so structured and so professional, and sounds so good. Such a good looking host. Anyway, I gotta figure out something else real quick before I end it. Man, mountain biking. Nope, went over it. Went over everything. What's going on? I already talked about this stuff. Oh, JFK files. They're released, or they started it. I guess there's like 80,000 documents. I was gonna start reading them because I was thinking it was like maybe 50. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I don't have the mentality, the patience, or anything to go through all of those. I'll wait for people to do it and then report back. That's just, I'm lazy. 80,000 documents. A lot of it's already, released, whatever. But yeah, it's looking like a lot of conspiracy theorists were right. It's looking like it's basically how everybody has said it went down. Just a little different, though. Like, it's all the same people are involved, but in different capacities and ways a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting. I'm waiting until it's all out and somebody who is much smarter and patient than me goes through it and reports on it, and then I'll talk about it. But anyway, that's it for me. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out, spending 23 minutes with me. Let me know what you think. Comment. Send me an email at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. And that's about it. I'll see you next time. God bless. Have a good one. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.